what you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
Oh, yeah. Wow, wow, wow. We've got the network in a panic because Earl Matthews is confirmed. Take a victory lap, everybody. And they're also panicking about Emil Bove as well. Shady Grove, welcome to the show.
Any panic is good panic, my friends. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yes, it is a panic. It's a panic fiasco fest, whatever you want to call it out there across the board, Jeff. It's not just the left anymore. We're starting to see panic on our side, which is very interesting. And we're starting to get some pressure, some pressure applied to the people that are pretending like they're on our side.
Pretending like they're on our side. Exactly. I'm like, our side? Are they really on our side? Are they really on our side, Shady Grove? All right. We got some naked people out there at rumble.com/MG Show. We got some naked people, but I do want to thank Trust 1961. I love that. Trust gave one subscription to the MG Show, and we got, who did we get covered up? We got somebody covered up. You gotta wear your red castles here in this show, guys. Appreciate you all. Yeah, and you know the great pretender, says Cupid's Cowgirl. So we want to welcome Ducks, Cupid's Design Pro. What's up, Anthony? G. Westbury, Kimmy Mac, Patriot Pollywog, Scorpio, Darksider, Greystone, Fly By Night, Groat on Twaken, Groat on Twaken. Hey, what? I love that that gif right there with the cats. That's awesome. Dan Q is there. Brown is there. Patriot Pollywog, DQ, Agent Miami, Cupid's Cowgirl, Miss Monster, JRT Navy. Got it. That's who Trust covered. Thank you so much. Oh, and Cupid's Cowgirl just got 5 subscriptions to the MG Show, so you will be fully covered. Thank you guys very much. We love you. Shady Groove.
Thank you guys. Go ahead.
Real quick, just let's go ahead and just like understand that we need to understand exactly what Trump is doing right now. He is pressuring Grassley to eliminate the blue slip process, okay?
Yes.
And DJT went on a huge Truth Social spree, and we're going to go through those. It's very important because what Shady, I think, mentioned it even yesterday on the show, but all of these trust posts, right? Trust Ray, trust Grassley, trust Barr, trust Kansas, are no longer trusted, are they? And remember the one post that, that trust Ray, remember the photo of Ray, and then Q posted the photo of Ray X'd out. You see, Q was trying to tell us that maybe we don't trust those people. Maybe, Shady, maybe it was a pressure campaign, just like what he's doing right now to Grassley.
That's what I think. I think that what we saw in Q, Q just spoke about a number of things. One of the things that Q did explain was that disinformation is necessary. Okay, so then people try to nitpick and say, oh, well, JFK Jr.'s life. Oh, disinformation. No, that's not
Who's
exactly
a
what
hero?
it meant. Yeah, right, exactly. So this is what I think. I think that those posts that said that, I think that everything that we went through were effectively what Q was doing was trying to give you the voice as the public to say, hey, we're the public. This is what we want you to do, Bill Barr. Hey, we're the public. This is what we want you to do, John Durham. We are the public. This is what we want you to do, Mike Pompeo. Trust Kansas. Trust Ray, trust Grassley, all these different trusts. There's also the aspect of this, Jeff, that has to do with the trusts and the trustees of the trust. And a lot of these people that are quote unquote senators have a stake in the trust. And so there's a multiple different things that we could be talking about here, but it looks to me like a pressure campaign is what was going on during Q to get us to say, hey, you guys need to do this. And now Donald Trump is like really digging in. The way that he's digging in on Grassley today is extraordinary, and I think you guys are going to be very interested to see what's really happening.
And, you know, we wanted to name the show Trump Pressures Grassley to eliminate his urges, pressures, demands. You know, demands is what the mainstream media might say. Right. Pressures probably is more palpable, if you ask me, because he is pissed. Okay, Trump is pissed. Yeah. He wants his blue slip process done. It can be done with the stroke of a pen. We'll read Trump's post on that. It's very important. But you know, this is a pressure campaign, and we need to call Grassley. Hey, do you have a phone? Call Grassley's office and say, eliminate the blue slips. That's all you got to say. Eliminate the blue slips.
And it's interesting because this is like something that Grassley supposedly was going to do in the past. There's like history with Grassley specifically and getting rid of this blue slip thing that's like gone on before. So it's interesting that Trump is like grabbing in there on that and sort of highlighting it and putting him in the spotlight because, you know, it's like the last thing in the world you want right now is for Donald Trump to be like squeezing on you. You're going to move if he does.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to say pressures, you know, because, you know, like you said, you know, we, the people, demand this blue slip process to be done. I mean, we're going to talk about that, but let's go ahead and let me get to my page real quick. We should read that post about, you know, the first post that started this off. And then what happened was President Trump basically went ahead and reposted everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Underneath there, talking about, you know, Grassley, and we're going to go through that because today is 192 days of Trump's presidency, guys, just so you know. But this is it, Shady Groove. Let's just read this first, okay? Chuck Grassley, who I got reelected to the U.S. Senate when he was down by a lot in the great state of Iowa, could solve the blue slip problem we are having with respect to the appointment of highly qualified judges and U.S. attorneys with a mere flick of the pen. Democrats like Schumer, Warner, Kaine, Booker, Schiff, and others, sleazebags all, have an ironclad stoppage of great Republican candidates. Put simply, the President of the United States will never be permitted to appoint the person of his choice because of an ancient and probably unconstitutional, quote, custom that if you have even one person in the opposite party serving in the U.S. Senate, she must give consent, thereby completely stopping the opposite party's nomination. The only way to beat this hoax is to appoint a Democrat or a weak and effective Republican. Therefore, I would never be able to appoint great judges or U.S. attorneys in California, New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Virginia, and other places where there is, coincidentally, the highest level of crime and corruption. The places where fantastic people are most needed. Senator Grassley must step up, like crooked Joe Biden did when he openly broke at least 2 times the blue slip scam, and like others have done over the years, and let our great Republican judges and U.S. attorneys be confirmed. He should do this immediately and not let the Democrats laugh at him and the Republican Party for being weak and ineffective. The Democrats have broken this ridiculous custom on us. It's time we break it on them. Chuck, I know you have the courage to do this. Do it. Do it, Q.
Pressure campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the way that you move mountains. Is everybody seeing like that none of this specific things that are happening within the last couple of weeks, none of it was really dealt with for the first 6 months until we got that bill? You see how this works. The art of the deal. How does it work? Well, you got to get your guys in place, and you got to get the stuff you need in place before you can specifically criticize them. Going out there criticizing Chuck Grassley and saying all these different things about these people would not have benefited us 3 months ago. But now we are free to roam.
Oh, and coincidentally, confirmed 57 to 47, confirmation of Executive Calendar 110, Earl Matthews to be General Counsel of the Department of Defense.
You just did a victory lap.
Oh, I did another one.
That's okay. You can continue to do those.
You want to see victory laps? Look at this.
Yes.
Wait, I'll go back down a little bit. We talking about the tsunami. Okay, nothing can stop what is coming. I basically did every post, man. Like, every post. I went through my Earl Matthews posts and just said, wow, boy, I post a lot, don't I? Holy moly. Confirm 57 to 47. Oh, look, he followed us. Confirm 50 to 47. This is his testimony. Okay. The J6 whistleblower on, guess who? Charlie Flynn. Okay. Confirm 57 to 40. Oh, look, he was stripped. This is devolution. Okay. Yeah, stripped of his power. Oh, confirm 57 to 47 when Colonel Earl Matthews slammed Proud Boys and alleged FBI informant Enrique Terrio. Remember that? Oh, confirm 57 to 50 to 47. Executive calendar. Okay, wow, look, Earl Matthews took on Brian Gamble. All right. Wow. Oh, confirm 50 to 47. Oh, he took on Laura Loomer, General Flynn, and Ann Vandersteel, and everybody else, Gamble, all of them. So we now have a friend who's the freaking top lawyer of the Pentagon. I'm sorry. It's just, you just guys got to understand.
I can add to that. We also have a friend that's the FBI director.
That's kind of weird too, right?
It's a little bit weird.
Maybe that's why the attack started happening on us the other day.
Well, they were telling me that Dan Bongino was like, he was mad and he was getting ready to leave. And, all of the fake MAGA were like raining down like fire and brimstone on us, telling us that we were crazy for thinking something different. And it turns out we were right again.
We were right. Wow. Isn't that amazing?
It really is. 40, give us a 48 in the chat if you love being right.
48. How about 57?
57?
57.
Forever.
Yeah, baby.
I know where you're going with that.
I'm going to put my 57 in there. All right. So here we go. This is, look at what? No.
Yeah, see, they listen to Shady.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you got some 57s.
Okay, I see page. Yeah. DQ, thank you. Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
Rambler, I love you. Oh, look at that. Now we got everybody going 48 for 57 because they don't want to split us. See, I'm the divider.
They know that I'll go back and read it.
It's true. He will. All right. Call your senator and call Chuck Schumer. This is from Cram Kula. Be nice but firm. And don't get arrested. Call 202-224-3121. The Senate is 202-225-3121. Call them. Call the Senate reps, guys. Call them. 202-225-3121. Okay?
The voting frogs aren't happy.
Voter frog ain't happy. And I'm going to pin that message because it's awesome. Thank you.
Important.
Cram. Appreciate
Nobody else will pin that message for you and tell you to actually do your civic duty.
Yeah. Fedge loves that message, Cram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an amazing group, by the way. Did I tell them how much I loved them today? I just need to tell them that every once in a while. Yeah, they're great.
I'm
like,
you're so cute. All right, so let's go. Let's go look at Trump's Truth Social posting spree. Okay. This was one of the first ones. Okay. Wow. Okay. President Trump. Okay. So let's just actually read the meme. Sanctuary city mayors are defying federal law. They are insurrectionists, just like the Southern governors during the Civil War. President Trump should declare martial law in those cities, arrest the mayors, and appoint military governors and restore the rule of law, just like I did. And that's a picture of Abraham Lincoln. Wow. The troller.
Why is it so entertaining?
I love it. I love it.
So good.
So then he goes, so well stated. from this user right here, and it says, every congressional leader involved in the Obama Spygate situation is also involved in keeping President Trump from confirming his nominees. There are millions of Trump supporters. Remember, we are not GOP supporters. Barack Obama, the American traitor, and evil mastermind, Shady.
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't seem like it's very... That's not a hidden messaging, Jeff. That's pretty blatant statements there.
That's right. Now we got this one. This is the next one right here. This is a new transcript shows that Schiff knew there was no Russia collusion, but he lied anyway. Read truth if you want to see Schiff being the first one arrested on the Russia hoax. So arrest Schiff for committing treason, perjury, and mortgage fraud. He's a serial criminal. And he is. A serial liar, which makes you usually a serial criminal, right? I mean, isn't that what happens? All right, this is We the People Love President Trump, the next post at 7:04 a.m. I mean, he went crazy. Senator Grassley, you know what we the people would like for you to do? Please help push forward President Trump's wonderful nominees so he can make this nation even greater than he is already doing for the American people. We are depending on you. Senator Grassley, let's do this, sir. MAGA.
Let's go.
Yeah. I like that
Follow
one.
the president.
All right, here's the next one right here. True Social user Callie Tout. All right, so it says this. Chuck Grassley at 91 has been a strong supporter of President Trump and is a dedicated Republican. What a great way to put a stamp on his career. A swan song of sorts, signifying a last act, a final accomplishment and in a storied career. Pretty nice. Mm-hmm. So the next one. Arrest Shady.
I've seen that.
Until
meme.
this happens, nothing will change.
That meme looks so familiar.
I love it. I love it. And your president, Donald J. Trump, posted it today at 7:07 a.m.
Yeah, this
All
is
right?
not a joke, everybody. We are showing you literally these are posts from Donald Trump. This is not someone like posting to Donald Trump. This is him putting it on his timeline.
Joe Biden's presidency was the biggest scam in U.S. history. But wait, Shady.
But wait.
I didn't think he was the president, Joe Biden. I thought,
why would he say that if Joe Biden wasn't?
It's devolution, Shady. Even Trump is lying. Disinformation is necessary.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah, disinformation is necessary.
Yeah. That's what they did.
We noticed.
All right. Here's a beautiful patriot, Teresa, on True Social right here. This is what she says, and President Trump reposted. We need to light up Grassley's office and respectfully tell him to do what the American people elected President Trump to do. Chuck should not be standing in the way of getting the agenda through that we, the people, voted for. What is wrong with these Republicans? They must hate America too. MAGA. Wow. And again, 202-225-3121. Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. 202-224-3121.
There's a
225 is the House.
You want
sir.
the Senate.
Yeah.
You want the Senate. Chuck Grassley is a senator, so you want the Senate.
224.
Okay. So I want the Senate, Shady.
Yes.
Give me the Senate.
We got it, bro.
It's on screen. All right. So this is another one. Trump, because this isn't working.
True.
Wow. Okay. The next one right here. This is True Social user Blake Mulkey right here saying, come on, Grassley, we need this for our country 100%. Give them a taste of their own medicine and stand up to the radical Marxist scum who do everything they can to undermine and delay President Trump's much-needed America First agenda. Wow. I mean, this is your president reposting real patriots, guys. This is amazing. This is one right here, Violin Man. These blue slips weren't brought to our attention by These blue slips were brought to our attention by MRMA Article 3 project while in Stephen Bannon's war room. This asinine method of approving district attorneys and judges is not only stupid, but it is unconstitutional. It's the fox guarding the hen house, and it needs to be eliminated ASAP. Keep fighting this, Mike. You're a hero. Thank you, real Donald Trump, for finally addressing this. We all, with all you have on your plate, Pam Bondi, Natalie Winters, Grace Chong, and Alina Haba. Copy on that. Haba. All right, here we go. We got another one right here, Shady. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Memes are treason. Evidence proves both the FBI, CIA were deeply involved in the historic 2020 election lie that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian propaganda. And we got censored for that, Shady.
we did.
Spies who lie. Read truth if you want these criminals brought to justice.
Treason season.
Wow. Come on, Grassley.
Come
All right.
on.
This is from DD47. Come on, Grassley. Strong farmers never give up.
Don't be weak.
Don't be weak, Grassley. We the people stand with Trump, guys, right here.
Millions of us.
We the people stand with Trump. MAGA Nation. I've supported our president for over 10 years. Former U.S. Army captain with him as my commander-in-chief. Give a follow as we make America great again. That's Eric Reimer. Pretty good. Okay. The next one, oh my gosh, it doesn't stop, Shady. This one right here is a user here that Trump reposted. It's Chrissy3607. Grassley's a rhino. He always has been. He's just much more sneaky and is good at playing the good guy instead of being the good guy.
Wow.
By the way, Grassley has a full mailbox for True Freedom. Thank you very much. Here we go. Genetics right here. Post this. Do it, Chuck. Do it before you stand before the Almighty. You have been given a choice. Do the right thing. The will of the majority.
It's like, before you did, do it, Chuck. Do it before. Like, let me see that again. Do it before you stand before the Almighty.
Yeah, right there, Shady.
Just slow down and consider that Donald Trump just told Chuck Grassley that before you kick the old bucket,
Do the right thing.
do the right thing.
Because you're going to have to stand in front of the Almighty.
Yikes. You
Wow.
do not want to face him before
Wow.
you do the right thing, sir.
Here's another one. True Social. So, what the heck is the blue slip custom and why the hell is it in place if it's not in our Constitution? Obliterate it, Chuck Grassley. Do it now.
Mm.
This one right here. He knew he was walking right into a viper's den, and he did it always for us.
He did.
A new golden age.
Wow.
Wow.
And he did do it for us, man. You know, I mean, everybody wants to make all of these jokes and nip at his heels and attack.
He got
him.
shot, Shady.
He got Peter Thiel and the technocrats.
Somebody just called it, and the number hung up on her. All right, so this is another one. This is another post from your president, Donald J. Trump, sharing MAH Davis. Yes. Why do Republicans over and over let the Democrats do these schemes, and then when they have the majority, they don't? They don't. Geez, give back to the Dems what they constantly do to the Republicans.
Yes. It's called turnabout is fair play. They call us a bully whenever we do to them what they do to us all day long. Exactly. Punch them back in the nose. That's the only way you stop a bully.
Get them right in the schnoz.
That's right. Then they will quit it.
Yeah. All right, here's another one right here. Mojo, right here. And it is, we will call the Senate and ask to change the rules and tell Thune to fire the parliamentarian and tell the House to shutter the CBO. Glad you're back home, Mr. President. Real MAGA. What's the CBO, Shady? I gotta look
loving this.
You guys know what the CBO is?
Oh, shutter the CBO.
This is when let's CBO Senate, Congressional Budget Office. Okay, so let's see. Shutter the CBO.
Let's see what the history of it is. I'm going to see like when it started.
CBO.
1974 was created as a nonpartisan agency at the budget of 74. Yeah, this needs to go.
Yeah.
74. This is definitely no good. And I don't like that emblem. Do you see the symbolism there?
No.
The congressional, like that's got a weird symbol on the Wikipedia. There shouldn't be symbols like that in our government, Jeff.
I don't see.
I'm against the CBO.
CBO. Eliminate it.
Yep, Shady is anti-CBO.
All right, let's go to the next one, Shady, because there's more.
There is more.
Right here. Another one. Women for Trump. The winner on and off the course. 15% tariffs on European goods in the U.S. $600 billion in EU investments across the U.S. $750 billion LNG deal boosting Europe's energy security. Historic ceasefire brokered between Cambodia and Thailand. And if anybody is saying that Orange Man is bad and they don't understand the numbers, they're just lost, Shady Groove. And 4 to 6% will be lost forever. And these people need to wake up because you don't like Donald Trump because the media told you not to like Donald Trump, but he's bringing down inflation. He's bringing jobs back. He's bringing money back to this trillions, guys. He's tariffs. I mean, my God, you people that don't like Donald Trump are absolutely asinine at this point.
Well, Jeff, and it even bleeds over because to me, it's like the people that do like him are a problem too. And I'm sorry to say it, but I'm going to have to say it. Like, like everything in that last meme that you just read, all of those accomplishments happened within less than a week.
On the weekend.
That was over the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Monday and Tuesday now, you've had 2 full days, not one story on Waters, Ingram, or Hannity. Not one story about either of any of those things did they cover, or the 5. They're not talking. Fox News, mainstream, quote unquote, right wing, is not talking about any of Donald Trump's accomplishments. The only thing they're talking about is Jasmine Crockett and this nonsense with the Democrats. The Democrats have 19% approval rating. Nobody in the country gives 2 flips what the hell the Democrats are doing right now. We do not care about the Democrats. The Fox News is out there giving them free air 24/7 whenever. Why don't you cover what it is that Donald Trump is actually doing and tell the American people how he's winning? Oh, that would undermine you. The more that Donald Trump wins, the more Fox News loses. Do you guys understand this? The more if they put out things on Fox News about Donald Trump doing good, their ratings plummet. Do you get that? So if they talk about Donald Trump doing good, ratings go down. If they talk about Democrats doing bad, ratings go up.
Clickbait.
What's going on?
Clickbait.
It's clickbait. Exactly.
The real art of the deal right here, okay? This is a huge deal. European goods coming to the U.S. will have a 15% tariff, and the EU will put 0% tariffs on all goods. Buy hundreds of billions of military gear, hundreds of billions of dollars, guys, in military gear. $600 billion in U.S. investments, in addition to what they're already doing, and a $750 billion of U.S. energy, guys. I mean, I don't think people grasp I don't think they really understand, Shitty Groove.
They do not.
Here's another one. I stand with Trump, the most badass president of all time. And you're going to love who that was reposted. Pepe Deluxe, Shady.
That's good.
It's good. He got a repost. This is a great one right here. Ho, 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 ho. Wait, what? Let's read that meme completely. What does this say? It's time to indict Obama, the traitor, for treason. Your president just posted that.
I just want everybody to. I want you to take a moment right now as we're seeing all these things that you're seeing, and I want you to remember the way that Donald Trump handled being prosecuted, the way that he went out in public every day and he said that they're coming after me, and this is how they're doing it, and this is what I didn't do, and this is what they're saying that I did, and I didn't do it, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. He didn't cry. He didn't whine. He didn't come out and say, poor me. He stood up and he said exactly what it was that they were doing to him that was wrong. I want you to compare that to what happens when and if any of these people like Schiff or any of them on the left, or Comey, any of these people, if they even get as much as any type of legal paperwork, whatever, they are going to be losing their minds, guys, in a way that's going to undermine what is left of the Democrat Party. They're in a 19% approval rating. As each one of these people gets indicted and people watch how they act in public compared to the way Trump acted, they're going to continue to whittle away their support.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
whether they're convicted or not.
Here's the next one, Shay. Let's keep going. Wow. Because there's more. And he does a Q plus meme. We're going to get to that. That's huge. Look at this, guys. So this is a Bambino Jeff, all right? The Bambino. Hey, forget about it, all right? Let's see what he has to say. Let's go, Senator Grassley. Help President Trump get honest conservative judges in office that are constitutionalists and not legislators from the bench, woke liberals, okay? From the bench of woke liberals, guys. President Trump has had to do everything else for America and the conservatives. That's the least you could do. MAGA. Well said, Bambino Jeff.
Wow.
Love it. All right, this is it right here. Check it out. This is the first Q plus meme. Okay. This is your spiritual Street Fighter 17 at 7:31 a.m. Okay. But wait, there's more. Let me just, where is it? Oh, wait, let me get to it. Well, let's go to the next one because I think he posted one in between. No, 7:31, 7. I thought I had it out. I have it on my time. Let's just keep going. Okay. True Social. Donald Trump donated his salary and lost $2 billion of his wealth while in office. He served for free and didn't use the office to enrich himself. Donald Trump was the first true public servant in a very long time. Repost if you agree. Wow. Here's the next one. No kings, Shady Groove. Dethrone the kings. Term limits, okay? No kings. How long has their reign in government been, Shady? Chuck Grassley, 50 plus years. Joe Biden, 48 plus years. Chuck Schumer, 44 plus years. Mitch McConnell, 40 plus years. Nancy Pelosi, 38 plus years. Bernie Sanders, 34 plus years, etc. Trump, 4 years and 5 months. But Donald Trump is a king?
Yep.
Wow.
He's calling out royalty.
Wow. How come? Where did my posts go?
Man, I don't know. You probably didn't put it in there.
No, I did. Stop it. You're going to get your ass beat,
boy. I sure don't see it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I stand with Trump because he posted this 4 minutes apart, and I have a whole post on it, and I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, here it is. All right. So,
Told you had it.
Here you go. All right. Told you I had it, right? You told me that. 7:31. Okay. 7:31 and 7:35. Same meme. Twice. What is it? Duplicates are important, JD?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So here are the timestamps from the ones, okay? 7:31 is timestamp.
No.
Snowden. Truth to power. Drop truth to power. Learn. Q. Timestamp. Learn. Q. Coincidence, truth to power, coincidence, Barlow, learn. What if Snowden was still a clown? Why would it be important that he was in Russia? Learn. Chatter amongst those in control has begun because they know we know, which means the public will know. Release prior to cover up, public informed and collapse. Which option? Okay. So talking about timestamps and saying that they know we know, Shady.
That's got to be a coincidence. I'm sure that it's that has to do with all these idiots out there that are trying to tell me that General Flynn's timestamps are relevant. By the way, in case anybody hasn't noticed, that's going on. They're like decoding General Flynn's timestamps to Q posts now, effectively becoming the next level idiot.
Not so breaking news. Flynn hates Q. All right. So this is interesting too because DJT posts the same meme of spiritual Street Fighter 17 at 7:31 and 7:35. The time between those posts is 4 minutes. Let's look at Q post 4. Some of us come here to drop crumbs, just crumbs. POTUS is 100% insulated. Any discussion suggesting he's even a target is false. POTUS will not be addressing the nation on any of these issues as people begin to be indicted and must remain neutral for pure optical reasons.
You should read that again. Like that sentence. People in our audience and people need to repeat this sentence right here for all the idiots out there that act like, oh, Donald Trump is doing this or not doing that. He said specifically from the beginning, I'm not going to be getting involved in the weeds of all of this conspiracy stuff. I'm giving you guys the power to wield it against the establishment so I don't have to.
POTUS will not be addressing the nation on any of these issues as people begin to be indicted and must remain neutral for pure optical reasons. To suggest this is the plan is false and should be common sense. Focus on military intelligence, state secrets, and why might that be used versus any three-letter agency? What Supreme Court decision opened the door for a sitting president to activate what must be showed? Why is the president of the United States surrounded by generals? Okay. Again, there are a lot more good people than bad, so have faith. So these generals that were surrounding your president were not good. Do you understand?
They're put there to control him, is what that book is telling us. And it's telling us that you're going to have to watch this play out because they will eventually expose themselves. It says a lot there that you didn't read when we read this post the first time 7-8 years ago.
Again, there are a lot more good people than bad, so have faith. This was a hostile takeover from an evil and corrupt network of players, not just Democrats. Don't fool yourself into thinking Obama, Soros, Rothschilds, Clintons, etc. have more power than present day than the President of the United States. Operation Mockingbird, patriots are in control. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Are you tired of winning?
From winning.
Yeah. It's just so, it's been so much that it's going to be exhausting too, sir. You need to take your vitamins and you need to take care of yourself because the exhaustion from winning will continue. The winning will not stop. I'm sorry to report to you, it will continue ad nauseum. It will be perpetual even after Donald Trump. America is going to continue to win after Donald Trump. No matter how long he's in there. You know why? Because we've effectively eliminated both parties. You know, they're sitting there saying, oh, well, the Democrat Party is gone. Well, guess what? The Republican Party's gone too. The Republican Party that I was standing up against, there were a bunch of idiots that were trying to turn the Middle East to glass in 2003. You know, whenever they're all the neocon, talking points and the intelligence agencies and all this stuff that happened after 9/11, absolutely disgusting things that occurred for the Patriot Act. Well, that was all Republicans. So effectively, how does that match? How does any of that stuff match with what Donald Trump is doing? It's the exact opposite. It's almost like the Republicans and the Democrats were on the same team and pretending like there were two parties, and Donald Trump came in and took over one side of those two parties, kicked them both out, and now we have a completely new party, and it's called Republicans.
Mm-hmm. MAGA. All right, so interesting here. This is the August 1st deadline. It stands strong and will not be extended. A big day for America.
Sure is.
August 1st, a great day for America. Okay, keep going. Here we go. Remember, let me read this correctly, Shady. Remember, while India is our friend, we have over the years done relatively little business with them because of their tariffs are far too high. Among the highest in the world. And they have the most strenuous and obnoxious non-monetary trade barriers of any country. Also, disassemble. They have always brought a vast majority of their military equipment from Russia and are Russia's largest buyer of energy, along with China, at a time when everyone wants Russia to stop killing in Ukraine. All things not good. India will therefore be paying a tariff of 25% plus a penalty for the above, starting on August 1st. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
Man, you did perfect on that when you stopped reading it in the Indian language before you switched to German today.
No wheezing the juice.
You did good. You kept.
No wheezing the juice, Shannon.
That's good.
That's good juice. All right. So we have massive trade deficit with India. Hello. 2-quarter GDP out 3%, way better than expected. Too late. That's Jerome Powell. Must now lower the rate. No inflation. Let people buy and refinance their homes for F's sake. I added the for F's sake. Okay.
But that's what he meant.
Yeah.
I mean, really. Come on, Powell. How could you be so weak, man?
Christy got it. I did short circuit.
Yeah, it was a little. Yeah, she did. Yeah, it was.
I am standing here beside myself. I am
I'm Johnny Five. I am alive.
Disassemble
Johnny Five.
Yeah. Wow. All right, now listen to what Donald Trump said just in passing to the Gateway pundit Jordan Conradson. Shady, check this out. Or is it Conrad Jordanson? I always forget his name.
I think the latter, sir. I think Conrad would be first.
Jordan Conradson?
No, sir. That would be the opposite of what I
Conrad
just said.
Jordanson.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a good time.
Yeah, thanks so much. Mr. President, what would you consider biggest accomplishments following Scotland? Is it the new trade deal or talks with the UK leaders?
Well, the trade deals are fantastic. They're making our country very rich. Our country is very, very rich. It's about time somebody did it.
Mr. President, do you think that Congress should start impeachment proceedings against Barack Obama?
It's not an impeachment, he's out of office.
You won't.
But they should do something, because you have to recognize the wrong that they've done, and it can never be allowed to happen again.
Thank you, sir.
Obama being called out, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a joke. It matches the meme.
Wow. In other news, John Kerry protected all of his tweets, Shady.
Why would he do such a thing?
Oh.
Come on, Mr. Kerry. We all want to mock you. Don't get so sensitive.
Don't be so sensitive.
So sensitive. Why? I thought you. Why aren't they loud? I don't see Adam Schiff being loud all of a sudden. Jeff, did they lose their tongue? Something happened. Cat got their tongue.
Uh-huh. There it is. Wow. Wow.
I'm speechless after reading through all that. You know, it's like, do we really have to? I'm not sure that there's any commentary that sort of gives that any clarification. You can pretty much read that for yourself.
I mean, Lincoln Logger says it sounds like Q posts. Well, he did post Q plus meme twice, the same Q plus meme twice. Guys.
They hit a timestamp post.
And the
timestamp hit a post that said timestamp that one.
It's so crazy, Shady.
It's kind of like the 10 days one that we were talking about this morning.
I know.
Too. I mean, it's like it's so many of these that we talk about, and I said it yesterday. By the way, thanks for the comments from yesterday, for you guys recognizing the value of what we're doing here, talking about these posts. We were encouraged from like every single quote unquote influencer person out there, whatever, after we were taken down and censored, to pivot away from anything to do with Q and just be political commentary. Like everybody thought that that's the way that we should go, and we're like, listen, man, there's so many connections to this stuff that connects to our real story. How can we let go of what it was that we were explaining that caused us to be censored? That makes absolutely no sense. To us, it makes sense to talk about what it is that they're censoring, because why are they censoring it, and why is nobody else thinking that it's important? Those two things shouldn't be the same. Other people should think it's important if we're being censored of why we're being censored, but instead they agree that we should be censored. That's a problem.
Yeah. You know, even people that you said are on our side, but they're probably not.
They're not.
Want us censored.
That's what I mean. General Flynn people want us censored bad. Wow. They keep threatening me. They tell me that General Flynn is going to take care of me. Even yesterday, somebody's like, General Flynn's going to one day, like, what's General Flynn going to do to me? You know, what?
If anything happens to either one of us, go look at General Flynn. And you know what this is called? Do you know what this is called, Shady?
I got one too.
It's controlled fear.
Yeah.
Okay. Because normally I'd be like this, right? No.
So afraid.
Not afraid of you, General Flynn.
Keep the threats coming. We've even had like what 9 million threats from your people over the last 6 years. The first 3 years, we didn't realize they were your people. We thought they were just like legitimately upset for some reason that we couldn't understand. Now we realize that was all fake. We didn't do anything to upset anybody. You guys were just afraid of what we were talking about.
Yeah. Remember this broadcast. If anything happens to any of us, you know to go look for General Flynn and their cohorts parking cars at West Point and not in President Trump's administration.
Oh no, Jeff! They were telling me yesterday he's on Benny. He's advising all the high level people in Trump's administration. None of them would be successful if they hadn't been taking the advice of General Flynn. He's literally out there saying that crap.
Did you see Ann Vanderdork? She said, "Thank you, General Flynn, for Tulsi."
I did not see that. I can't see every bit of the stupid, man. I can only catch so much of the stupid. There's some days it's just too much.
It's so funny, dude.
Wow.
Don't threaten me with a good time eyebrow, dude. Pastor Shadowley, I had to say dude instead of what you said.
Are we live?
Are we live? Every time my eyebrows go like this, I'm lying.
Well, wait a minute. That means he's never telling the truth. Oh.
Wait.
I think I just decoded that.
You did. All right, so let's look at Sheldon Whitehouse. You know who they're also afraid of, Shady Grove, which is very interesting. They're also afraid of this Emil Bove guy, Shady.
Which is interesting. Yeah, just now getting on our radar about this fella.
Let's listen to this. Sheldon Whitehouse.
Well, here at the Capitol, the Senate is in full see no evil, hear no evil mode about Trump's thug Emil Bove, who is trying to get stuffed onto a circuit court of appeals. There is yet another whistleblower about his prosecutorial misconduct. And the Republicans just don't want to hear it. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to listen to this person. And they're going ahead with his nomination. Well, that is not going to end it. First of all, a person with a bad nature like this is going to keep their bad nature on the court, and they're going to get into trouble. Moreover, one of the episodes of prosecutorial misconduct is the subject of a contempt hearing, which interestingly has been stalled by 2 Trump judges on the DC Court of Appeals, using something called an administrative stay, which is supposed to last, hours or days. They have stalled the contempt hearing that would bring out testimony about this judicial candidate's misconduct now for 3 months. So it looks like a play being run with Trump judges blocking the hearing into a next Trump judge's misconduct so that he can clear through the judicial nominations process with Republican senators all seeing no evil and hearing no evil.
So, Shannon, why does he have to talk like this?
I don't want to hear him talk like that anymore. It's like vocal fry for men that are like liberal, spineless jellyfish.
My God. And he knows all about Arabella advisors as well. He's been featured in our Arabella advisor thing. And Shady, I want to show you this. I made this the other day. Check this out.
It's the lover. Woo! It's the lover. Sexy on the cover. She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touching on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
Watch his eyebrows. I'm going to just cut it for the eyebrows. Watch this. Ready?
It's the lover. Woo! It's the lover.
I'm just going to keep it for that. I'm just going to crop that part out.
I did not see that one. I was.
Do you like it?
I gotta be able. I can't have to see that like for the first time right there. Bro, that's gonna like haunt me all day. I was trying to say. Do you think that
the lover?
What was the guy? What was the guy's name? Was Sheldon that we were playing right before you distracted?
Sheldon Whitehouse.
I would be curious. Is there any human being on Earth that now I have to say it about Flynn too? Is there really people that take these people seriously? I mean, come on. Wow. Is there somebody that's like out there listening to Sheldon Whitehouse say that thing that we just listened to and like thinking, oh, wow, this guy's a leader of the Democrat Party. Like, what are these people? It's like they're all living in a fantasy world, man. They're in their own fantasy world. They're not connected to reality. And then the eyes going around is what got me, man. It wasn't the eyebrows. Like, the eyes going around got me over the eyebrows.
All right, we got Sweetest Caroline, Susie Q. You guys are both naked. Who's going to step up? Let's get these people clothed with some red castles. We'd appreciate it.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right, Shady, I'll play it for you one more time since now you've seen it.
Yeah,
Right,
now I've had to focus in on it. I'm going to have to thank you.
It's the lover. Woo! It's the lover. Sexy on the cover.
Oh my God.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touching on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
You remember the little things that would go on the pencil and you would shake and the eyes would just go back and forth?
That's him. That's him. All right, we got EMP Hands. Thank you so much. 1 gifted subscription. G Brothers got one as well. Trust 1961. Love you. 17 Patriots for Truth. Love you guys. Thank you for clothing our people that were naked.
You got 17 out there if you're having as much fun as we are following along with this amazing administration to be not only to be historic. Donald Trump isn't just doing it to be historic, man. There's an entertainment value that comes along with him that nobody else is ever going to be able to mimic. We have got to cherish every single moment of this human being. We do not deserve him. I want you to all know that. All the people out there that are like coming at me acting like, you have the right to question Donald Trump. No, you kind of don't, because you don't deserve him.
If you question him, let's question him on real things instead of, trying to connect his vice president to somebody over here who's not even in the administration and doesn't. Stop it.
Be legitimate in your criticism. We can.
So let me see. Let me get a criticism. How come we only have $6 trillion worth of investments in America?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good criticism.
Criticize that.
Fire Seb Gorka for us just for fun.
How about Here's another criticization. How come inflation is so low?
Yeah, dude, that's true. We're used to paying higher inflation.
Yeah.
We're used to being squeezed. Let's have another criticism. How come there's so many people that are supposed to be mowing my yard, driving back down to the border and going back to Mexico?
Yeah. How come we're releasing, or getting people out of this country that harm our children's and our communities and people that live here?
Can't believe we're doing that.
I can't believe it. Let's criticize them on that, huh?
Yeah, let's do.
Yeah. Why don't you criticize something that really makes sense instead of running a dumbass psyop on your president of the United States that you're virtue signaling, that you're actually, I knocked doors for him. No, you didn't, you lazy ass. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
I will not say her name. See my name.
Seb hates me. Somebody said
Seb hates me too. I've been blocked from him since Twitter 1.0.
That blocked me too. Blocked me from 2018.
I guess we're very effective, Shady.
Well, it's like, we had the first clue that you were effective is whenever you had the lady coming out there like putting her boobs on the camera telling you about how you're not allowed to make money off of Twitter and in the Matrix, and like very focused on us people that were talking about the Q thing, because the people that were in the people that were of the Breitbart ilk in that time, or conservative brief, or all these people, they wanted the information locked down under their own side and their own narratives. Both sides were generating narratives, and both sides are still generating narratives, but you can actually navigate through the middle if you follow Trump. But if you're not following Donald Trump, you are not able to navigate through the middle of this, because both sides are coming at you with psychological operations.
Let's criticize President Trump for basically ruining the Federal Reserve with independent letters to all these other countries, doing business directly into the Treasury on behalf of the American people. What a douche.
Let's criticize him for actually bringing in billions and billions of dollars from tariffs that he's charging other countries, while the left literally melts down and tries to say that it's a tax whenever it's a tariff. You can't have both, guys. You can't be screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs saying that something that is not a tax is a tax. If it were a tax, we would call it a tax. The reason that you call it a tariff is because it literally is not a tax. It's something else. A tax is something levied against you, the citizen. A tariff is something levied against them, the foreigner.
Yeah. And it's not a tax until you buy it. If you want to buy something that's imported from another country, you might pay for it. Otherwise, I don't pay a damn dime.
No, because you didn't buy anything.
Right.
Because we don't have any money.
Right. Let's criticize Trump for that too, because you're going to see something really, it's going to happen, Shady Groove. Big things are going to happen. And I know people are asking, when am I going to feel the relief? We're thinking 6 months to a year.
Well, right now you would already be feeling it had Powell done the right thing. So right. What's going to happen is once right now, after that interest rate we got to get that interest rate down. That's whenever gangbusters opens up. Let's see. We need the public pressure campaign on Powell. It's already commenced. So.
Yeah. Sweetest Caroline is now not naked, thanks to Trust 1961. Thank you so much for you guys that actually help our people get clothed with their red castles. M. Bettis, keep up the amazing work you two great dudes are doing. Love you both, and the MG Show fam. We have a great family here. We really do. We really do. And by the way, let's just see. Can the MSM hide that we're having better than expected growth? Let's see.
Up 3%. Up 3%, better than expected. That would be the highest level since the third quarter of 24, when it was up 3.1%. On the consumption side, up 1.4, very close to estimates. Up 1.4 would be the best since the last quarter of 24. Up 3.
Wow. That's your president is doing, and 8 months, 9 months, give or take. You're going to start feeling it. It's going to happen.
What has to happen is the economy has to start to grow.
Yeah.
Once we start to get to where it's, if we start hitting 5% a year, guys, it's going to be insane how quick it goes. The value of goods is going to drop. The value of your money is going to increase, and everything around you is going to, again, be affordable. That is happening. We can already see it.
And by the way, Sheldon Whitehouse got caught voting on bills that funneled millions of dollars to his wife's consulting firm. She was paid at least $2.7 million of your money. And we'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
All
1
all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
But there is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received a generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there's a reason that people are like this. Because people, for the most part, are mindless sheep. The Illuminati are absolutely correct. I have discovered this. It has been one of the greatest disappointments of my life to discover that most people, the people that I have been battling for, the people that I have laid my life down for you can be sure that when the New World Order comes into power, my life is forfeit for the work that I have done. It has been the greatest disappointment to find out that they are absolutely right about most of what they call the masses. Whenever you hear somebody use that term, they're usually one of them. Are nothing but cattle, sheep, mindless animals, steaks on the table and beasts of burden by choice and consent. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's true. It's because from the beginning people are taught to be stupid. Taught not to think, not to challenge. Taught not to ask questions. You can't even figure out what's going on in your own neighborhood, much less how to stop this New World Order or what to do about it. And so many of you are so absolutely ignorant and stupid. You see, I'm sick of it, folks. You're not going to win anything. You're not going to escape anything, and you're not going to get liberty back. Not at all. You're too stupid to do it. You're too ignorant to do it. You've got too many agendas of your own, most of which are to keep your little fantasies going around you so that you never have to look at the truth and so that you never have to be blamed for anything. But the truth is, if you want to know what's wrong with this country, ladies and gentlemen, go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror. And you will see exactly what's wrong with the United States of America staring at you in the glass. And I'm just sick to death of it. I am so sick of the lies and the hypocrisy and the bullshit and the manipulations. And you think that you're going to create a world of liberty and freedom? No, these people are going to enslave you because you must be enslaved, because you've got to be controlled, because you can't control yourselves. You can't decide upon the truth. I'm beginning to have a much greater respect for the Illuminati than I ever have in the past. You know, they've been telling me for years, Bill, these people will spit on you. We know that you're telling them the truth. But they don't want to hear the truth, and that's why they have to be controlled and manipulated and led to the slaughter. And I always said in my stupidity, no, you're wrong. You see, you've been hiding the truth from them. All you have to do is show them the truth, and things will be better. It will change. We'll have a good world, peace on earth. Nobody will have to kill anybody again. We can live in freedom and liberty, responsible with the truth. Boy, what a fool I have been all these years.
Yeah. Bill Cooper.
Wow.
MG show. Bill Cooper. Hey, real quick, Shady, listen to this comment. I named some of my kitty kids after patriots. Mr. Cooper, Jeffrey Matrix, Shady Groove, Lady Poussant, Liberty, and Yeti.
What?
I bet Jeffrey Matrix is the cutest one.
What? No, absolutely. That's the mean one.
Oh, no, the Shady Groove one is. You know who's probably the prettiest one is Liberty.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right about
and Poussant.
The pretty one is not me. I cannot claim that one.
Thank you, Mickey B. That's actually very sweet. I want to thank a couple people. Thank you very much for Trust 1961 again. Whips and Spur. Thank you so much for our non-naked friends and EMP hands as well. You guys rock. We couldn't do this show without you guys.
We absolutely could not. Matter of fact, they keep asking us like who's paid.
And there's a reason
to stay on the air. It's you guys.
No, we're paid. Who's paying these guys, Shady?
I wish somebody would pay me.
I know, right?
They're offering to pay us to like not be on the air, I think.
I mean, we'll take that too. I mean,
yeah, like what's the buyout?
Step up to the highest bidder. Come on, buy me out.
We'll get AI Jeff instead.
Jeff AI.
Jeff AI. Name's Jeff.
Prettiest kitty. All right, so wow, our ads suck, but I'm going to read one because it's, $10, guys.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
What? All right, this sponsor's from Rumble, one that's incredibly important to the survival of the company and the MG show. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor, have biases, and they were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversation or censor opinions on things like COVID, Donald Trump, you name it, Hunter Biden laptop. But they fell to the pressure, and Facebook fell to the pressure from the Biden and Harris administration, you pukes. Rumble did not. So go to rumble.com/MG show. They held the line. They're attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They're attacked in corporate media. They're attacked by governments like France. And they're attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove your free speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watching our show, the MG show, right here on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight and you have the means, one major way that you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment, guys, and believes in your human right to free speech. Our human right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use that promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. Rumble, join it. If you don't have the means, we're just happy that you watch the MG show right here on Rumble.
We're happy that you are actually plugged into what is the movement that gets America out of what has been the last century of desolation, isolation, and pure just it. People want to pretend like the people that are in charge are dumb. And this is one of my biggest red pills I think that I was able to or one of the biggest things that I was able to understand whenever I was so young that taught me so much was to understand that your politicians aren't stupid. Stop thinking that your politicians are stupid. They are not stupid. They are doing stupid things intentionally, pretending that they are stupid so that you don't hold them to account on their corruption because you think they're like window lickers. You got to stop that. We elect these people to represent us specifically. The having your voice heard towards Chuck Grassley, like what Donald Trump is doing right now, that is the way that our government is supposed to work. That is what all presidents are supposed to do, guys. All presidents are supposed to use the platform of the presidency as a bully pulpit and to move people in the direction of what's best for the people who elected them. That's the way the country is supposed to be organized, but it isn't organized that way. And this blue slip thing that we're talking about that day that Trump is so upset about is the perfect example. Oh, yeah, we elect the president to what? Go ask Congress for permission for the people that he wants to put in there? Do you think that George Washington intended for that to be the case? Or Adams or any of the people that were there at the founding? The answer to that is very simply, they did not.
Yeah. I mean, these people are insane. I mean, Sheldon Whitehouse doesn't like a judge because he donated $2.7 million to his wife, your taxpayer money, to his nasty ass wife.
He wasn't bringing that part up, Jeff. He was just talking about
Look at here. Let's look at that's who got $2.7 million of your tax money from this douche.
Which one's the dude?
Yes.
Are they both named Pat?
Androgynous Pat. So the names are Sheldon Whitehouse's wife is, what's her name? Let me just see. Thornton. Okay. She's a Billy Ray Thornton Whitehouse. They married in 86, child Alexander Whitehouse. He married Sandra Thornton, a marine biologist and granddaughter of James Worth Thornton and Elna Mum Thornton Wilson. Her step-grandfather was a prominent essayist and critic, Edmund Wilson. They live in Rhode Island by General Flynn with their 2 children.
Constituents.
There
might be Flynn voters out there. I don't know.
Well, I mean, how are they in?
Where is it?
Right. All right. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. So, Shady, what is the blue slip rule? Shouldn't we understand that a little bit better?
We should, yes. I bet our audience would love for us to go in, do a little bit of an explanation, maybe add some texture, a little bit of color to the situation of like, what are these idiots doing that are acting like the people that, Jeff, the people that are telling us that there should be no kings act like kings. Is that weird?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So the blue slip refers to an informal, uncodified policy of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Where the committee sends a blue-colored form to the home state senators of the judicial nominee, allowing them to signal their approval or disapproval of the nominee. This practice, which began over a century ago, incentivizes collaboration between the president and home state senators during the judicial nomination process, though in recent years it has become a tool for obstruction, particularly for district court nominees, Shady.
Yes, and the reason is because the district court nominees are very hard to get rid of once you get them put in place.
Wow.
This goes along with what happened, what we're talking about with the reorganization of America after the Civil War that was the predicate for the central bank, okay? Once the central bank was implemented, the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1917, that at that point, your presidency was captured by the global elite. And you have to look at the world like this. Kennedy went against them. A couple of other, McKinley went against them before the Federal Reserve and got shot. Kennedy went against them. Reagan went against them. Trump went against them. Otherwise, almost no one has. And the Senate, effectively, the Senate are the people that control the White House and the military. And people don't really understand that. And that is what Donald Trump is trying to unglue right now.
Yeah. I like this comment right here. Talking about the blue slips. We're talking about that. And somebody says, where did it go?
Oh, blue slip. I don't know.
How about we, the people, start issuing pink slips, says Whips and Spur.
I knew that was getting ready to come up.
All right, so let's do this. So this is it. So this is a little bit of it. You know, the blue slip is an opinion written by a senator from the state. We talked about that. But here's the history, Shady. A report issued by the Congressional Research Service in 2003 defined 6 periods in the use of the blue slip by the Senate. 1917, boy, oh boy, 1917, Shady. How about that?
Talking about it again.
Through 1955, the blue slip policy allowed home state senators their objections. Okay, we got that. From 1956 to 1978, a single home state senator could stop all committee action on judicial nominees by either returning a negative blue slip or failing to return the blue slip to the committee. This originated when segregationist Senator James Eastland of Mississippi allowed nominations to be killed to prevent school integration. From 1979 to the mid-80s, 1989 to mid-1989, I should say, a home state senator's failure to return the blue slip would not be necessary to prevent the committee's action of a nominee. From mid-1989 through June 5th, 2001, in a public letter, 1989, on the committee's blue slip policy, the chairman wrote that one negative blue slip would be a significant factor to be weighed, but would not preclude consideration of a nominee unless the administration is not consulted with both home state senators. The committee would take no action regardless of the presidential consultation if both home state senators returned negative blue slips. From June 6, 2021, or 2001, excuse me, to 2003, the chairman's blue slip policy allowed movement on a judicial nominee only if both home state senators returned positive blue slips to the committee. If one home state senator returned a negative blue slip, no further action would be taken on the nominee. Since 2003, the blue slip policy has changed several more times as follows. I mean, are they just changing the rules to change the rules, Shady?
Yes.
New rule.
No, that's exactly what they've done.
Yeah. 2000.
Fueling the presidency. They're trying to take away the power of the presidency. This is literally what they've been doing for the 100 years. The whole op was to remove power from the executive.
So 2003 to 2007, a return of negative blue slip by both home state senators does not prevent a committee from moving forward with the nomination, provided that the administration is engaged in pre-nomination consultation with both of the home state senators. 2007 to January 3rd, 2018, the chairman's blue slip policies also allowed movement on judicial nominee only if both home state senators returned positive blue slips to the committee. If one home state senator returned a negative blue slip, no further action will be taken on the nomination. January 3rd, 2018, to President, the lack of two positive blue slips will not necessarily preclude the circuit court nominee from receiving a hearing unless the White House failed to consult with the home state senators. Hearings are unlikely for district court nominees without two positive blue slips. In October of 2017, what happened in October of 2017, Shady? I can't remember.
Oh, that would have been a bunch of Q drops started.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in October of 2017, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced that he believed blue slips should not prevent committee action on a nominee. In November of 2017, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley, announced that the committee would hold hearings for David Strass and Kyle Duncan. Strass's hearing was held up by Senator Al Franken's refusal to return his blue slip, while Duncan's hearing was held up by Senator John Neely Kennedy's indecision on his blue slip. Kennedy, however, consented to Duncan receiving a hearing. In February of 2019, Attorney Eric Miller was confirmed to serve on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, despite the fact that neither of his two home state senators, Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell, both of Washington, had returned blue slips for him. He was the first federal judicial nominee to be confirmed without support from either of his home state senators, although other nominees were similarly confirmed at the Court of Appeals without blue slips later in 2019, including Peter Mady, Third Circuit of New Jersey, Joseph Bianco, that's this guy, Michael H. Park, Second Circuit of New York, Kenneth K. Lee, that guy, Daniel P. Collins, and Daniel Bress, the Ninth Circuit of California. By the end of Trump's tenure, 17 judges were appointed despite resistance from at least one senator of that state. In the Biden presidency, the Democrat-led Senate did not return the blue slips, but only 6 appellate judges were confirmed with opposition. Only 6. In closing months of the 118th Congress, multiple Democrats signaled a willingness to return the policy for the next Congress convenes, with some reluctant concurrence by senior Republicans. Shady. This needs to go. This needs to go. It's not even a codified law. It's a courtesy. Courtesies are gone.
Yeah, courtesy, schmurtesy. Here, let's take a look at Joe Biden's era of 1989 to 2001. Let's just get a little bit of context. Like, where's this all been? 89, Senator Joe Biden became chairman of the SJC. In a letter outlining the new process, Biden explained that one negative blue slip would be a significant factor, but would not preclude consideration of the nominee unless the administration had not consulted with both home state senators. If both home state senators refused the negative blue slips, then the committee would take no action, and regardless of presidential consultation. Notably, Chairman Biden's letter was the first time a Judiciary Committee chairman issued any formal written statement on the blue slip procedure, bringing much needed transparency and consistency to the process. Additionally, by making the SJC standards for considering blue slips public, he placed the pre-nomination selection process at the forefront of the confirmation process, incentivizing bipartisan cooperation between the White House and the home states. It's all just gobbledygook, like throwing stuff back and forth. Here it is going into the aggressive obstructionism between the Obama and the
bullshit.
Bush. It really is. It's BS on both sides. Effectively, This is an interesting conclusion that it reads down here, because it says, despite its innocuous original purpose to incentivize presidents to cooperate with the home state senators, the Senate's modern blue slip tradition has been tainted by bigoted obstructionism, and with segregationist roots and racist outcomes, the policy has since prevented highly qualified, demographically professional, diverse individuals from serving. That's on both sides. This is written like, it's like from the left to the right, but this is essentially has been going on for a long time on both sides. Guys, Democrats were not immune to racism. Like, why do people think Democrats weren't racist? I mean, I don't understand this. Everybody was racist at one point.
Zifna, is the corn ready to be cut?
It's a good question.
It could be. I mean, Chuck Grassley needs to step up his game.
There's other stuff too here with Grassley, and by the way, that I was just skimming while you were reading that, talking about like his suspension of the blue slip thing for the judges in 2018. So initially, like in the last administration, he kind of he wasn't requiring this, which I didn't sort of realize until just reading through this right here. So that's another reason Trump's a little bit angry with him.
Angry. All right. Finn said he filled out a form and asked Grassley very nicely to kill the blue slip. Good
Thank
for
you,
Finn.
sir.
Way to go,
gentleman.
Yeah, and a scholar.
And what a great comment from you, by the way, Finn. Thank you. I read your comment the other day. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for that, Finn. We appreciate that.
You're a great patriot, sir.
We all learn together, don't we, Shady?
And thorough. We want people to be thorough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Go to grassley.senate.gov to contact Grassley. Kill the blue slip nonsense, guys.
We all learn from each other.
You can call him in the D.C. office at 202-224-3744. His Des Moines, Iowa office at 515-288-1145. Or grassley.senate.gov. Contact him today, guys.
You know what to do.
Wow. Well, so Shady.
Yep.
What are we talking about every Friday?
We're talking about every Friday. Well, Jeff, what we've been talking about is we've been talking about the way that all of the railroads in America were built by essentially the same family. And then over time, those railroads were reduced and reduced and reduced until the point where it was like they were all controlled by a single family. And then they created a Federal Reserve and a monopoly with the Fortune 500 companies that literally has effectively enslaved us to a globalist control system based on the railroads.
Wow.
They even go so far as talking about the idea.
So we mentioned the Union Pacific Railroad and the Norfolk Southern merge.
We did whenever they merged a long time ago to become the behemoths that they currently are, that now appear to be merging again due to the pressure from the bully pulpit of the presidency.
That's right. So the Union Pacific Norfolk Southern railroads merged to create the first transcontinental railroad. The $85 billion deal aims to strengthen the U.S. supply chain, boost manufacturing, and spur economic growth while preserving union jobs. This is it right here. This is written by Panos Mordaukautas, JD. Let's have him read it.
Let's do.
Union Pacific Norfolk Southern merge to create first transcontinental railroad. Union Pacific Corporation and Norfolk Southern Corporation are now officially merging to create the nation's first transnational railroad. The new entity will connect more than 50,000 route miles across 43 states, from the East Coast to the West Coast, linking approximately 100 ports and reaching nearly every corner of North America. The company said it aims to better integrate the U.S. supply chain, boost American manufacturing, and create new sources of economic growth and workforce opportunities that preserve union jobs. The deal comes at a time when the United States is trying to reverse a trend of overseas outsourcing of manufacturing, bringing factories and jobs back to America. Railroads have been an integral part of building America since the Industrial Revolution, and this transaction is the next step in advancing the industry, Union Pacific CEO Jim Vena said in a statement on July 29th. Imagine seamlessly hauling steel from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Colton, California, and moving tomato paste from Heron, California, to Fremont, Ohio. Lumber from the Pacific Northwest, plastics from the Gulf Coast, copper from Arizona and Utah, and soda ash from Wyoming. Right now, Tens of thousands of railroaders are moving almost everything we use. You name it, and at some point, the railroad hauled it. The announcement of the merger coincided with the release of Norfolk Southern's second quarter financial results. Revenue for the quarter was $3.1 billion, while income from railway operations totaled $1.2 billion, resulting in an operating ratio of 62.2%. Diluted earnings per share came in at $3.41. This quarter, Norfolk Southern delivered another set of strong results, growing volumes, managing costs, and delivering 8% growth. While we remain clear-eyed about market uncertainty, our performance reflects the strength of our strategy and our ability to continue disciplined execution. Relentless focus on safety and seamless customer service, President and CEO Mark George said. Shares of both companies fell sharply in early morning trading on July 29th after the announcement of the merger. By market close, Union Pacific shares were down 2.39%, while Norfolk Southern shares were down 3.04%. One sticky issue for stockholders is the terms of the merger deal, with Union Pacific paying for the acquisition of Norfolk Southern in both stock and cash, valuing Norfolk Southern at $320 per share, based on Union Pacific's unaffected closing stock price on July 16th. That would represent a 25% premium to Norfolk Southern's 330 trading day volume weighted average price on July 16th, which implies an enterprise value of $85 billion for Norfolk Southern, resulting in the creation of a combined enterprise of more than $250 billion.
That's wild, huh?
Man, I mean,
So-
the timing is interesting for sure.
You know, let's go to. So this is what we've been reading every Friday, guys. And Friday's show actually we went into this. It's loading. Why is it? Here it comes. So this is what we're reading. And this is talking about how the Southern Railway Company merged with another railroad, right? In the Virginia Company.
Literally at the end of the show on Friday, this is where we ended up.
Yeah.
And but for all of the guys out there talking about Rumble Premium, just to let you know that last Friday's episode was not Rumble Premium, but we did continue the reading of this book during that episode so that you guys can see maybe what it is that you're missing, that we are digging into the
History.
gross underbelly of the hidden hand that everybody else pretends like it's the Rothschilds, but it isn't.
Yes. Wow. That's crazy.
Pretty good, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And for Wednesday, that's not bad. I'm still,
Hump day.
still holding in there, baby. Getting younger every day.
So it's very interesting that here we are reading about how America was built. Where did the money come from? Q asks. And it came from the railroads and the moguls that wanted to control all those railroads, guys. It's a very interesting book. It's every Friday right here on Rumble, on the MG Show, rumble.com/MG Show. We normally do that because we have to do 5 hours, only 5 hours a month. And we still get kind of crap for it. But the people that signed up for Rumble Premium, will you guys let us know if it's worth it? Please let us know in the chat if it's worth the subscription to Rumble Premium. Go to rumble.com/MG Show. Look for the Rumble Premium button right on our page there and sign up. Okay. Let us know in the chat if you think it's worth it, and Yeti will show the comments.
And while you're doing that, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Some people like to call it a rumble.
Thumbs up.
If you thumbs up, you
Thumbs
actually rumble the video.
Thumbs up.
So hit the thumbs up button, like Jeff says, and revert back to thumbs up. Say thumbs
Rumble
up
the
again.
video like Shady says, and thumb it up like Jeff says. How's that?
Wow.
I like that.
What, man.
We're the
Man, this whole
same.
thing is going great.
We're the same,
Look at
only
that
different.
amicable- What a you just created a solution. Look at you go.
I don't know.
Wow.
So there is still a tsunami advisory, I guess, and all that. We'll see what happens, but wow.
Yeah,
Pretty
kind of.
interesting.
It pretty much, I think, is gotten to the point where we're not going to see anything on American shores, but a number of interesting things. It's just I think it's funny how the news tries to make news when there's no news. It's like if Oprah closes the road down and there is a tsunami that causes people, then maybe that's an issue. But otherwise, there was no tsunami. So Oprah closing down her road and not letting people go on her road without a tsunami is not really a story.
All right, so here we go. Well worth it, Moody Magpie, 17 pages for truth. I think it's worth it. Well worth it, says Fly By Night Patriot. Kimma says it's totally worth it, friends. Sign up to Rumble Premium. Yes, it's worth it, Cupid's Cowgirl. Oh yeah, Hidden History, says Shift in the High. Lynn MC11 says definitely worth it. Rumble Premium is so worth it. I wish I could gift it to someone. Yes, says Trust, it's worth it. P83, definitely worth it. Worth the money, Wigwam. Yes, it's worth it. So worth it, says C Sayers. BW966 says yes, it's worth it. Penelope says yes, it's worth it, especially no annoying commercials. You nailed it right there. 247 thumbs up currently. Let's get those rumbles up, if you will. Texas Sarcastic Brett says, yeah, no commercials. Joel says it's so worth it, no commercials. I did all the things, C Page says. Nobody is talking about Paysur. Nobody is talking about Paysur. And it's Q Post 1970, guys. All right, so nobody talks about it, but this show.
And it's worth mentioning that this is kind of the reason that we've decided we were brought this opportunity by Rumble, and we were like, okay, well, we have to, we want to do this with them. And so what would we do to generate some premium content that our audience would be interested in? And we felt like there was nothing better than to give you the source material for the reason that we were censored. We're not going to sit around and pretend like we were censored, because even though it happened at the time of the Hunter Biden laptop, we were actually censored because we were talking about the Paysur family. And all of the other people that got censored were not talking about the Paysur family, okay?
In fact, Praying Medic never mentioned it. He didn't even put it in his Q thread.
Nope.
He did say, talk to Matrix about the Paysur because he's the expert. This show, Shady, myself, Poussaint, we did a lot of digging. And Q posted our research, okay, guys? We did 2 shows on the Q Lounge Live.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, maybe we shouldn't do any more shows. And guess what happened?
Q Post 1970 that said you need to continue talking about this because, yes, this is what we meant whenever we said P controls the chair.
That's right.
The family Paysur isn't going to be something you're going to find. You're not going to find this information in Grok. It's not written down in public. They went through extensive efforts to erase it from history. It has to be up here. You have to know stuff. You have to dig in, you have to use your discernment, and you have to come to your conclusions that you're not going to get agreement. It's very similar to someone who's an archaeologist, and you finally start to realize that the timeline that they're presenting to you doesn't add up and it doesn't make any sense. Well, you can do 2 things. You can either shut your mouth and continue to be an archaeologist, or you can open your mouth and you can be ostracized by the rest of the archaeologists. That's the exact same thing that you're seeing play out in any platform where people are getting out of the box.
Bronwyn says, I can't afford it right now, but I got to listen Friday and loved it. Thank you so much, Bronwyn. We appreciate you. Rush says, they set up. Okay, so here's a question for you guys real quick. Mr. Anderson Live says, thanks for Sheldon Whitehouse's wife pick. I had one of those 4-hour cured. If you have one, they should put those in the commercials. If you have a 4-hour, go look at Sheldon Whitehouse's wife. I love Pandora.
That's the type of public. I'm not sure that's the type of public assistance we're supposed to be performing, but God bless you, sir.
We're helping. I love Pandora Friday. Learning. We fight over 5% of the scraps from the bloodline tables. That's absolutely right, B. Suddens. G Brother says, MG show is premium prime time. Thank you. Effectual Instruction says, the MG show is the best brain massage on the interwebs. Much love, Patriots. God wins. Nothing can stop what is coming. Thank you so much. We love you guys. No ads, guys, as well. We really, and we actually, because you do that, it helps us as well. Okay. So, that's that. I wish it was a lot more, but wood shavings make a wood pile, as we always say, Shady.
We absolutely do. And the adventure that we've been on, that we don't really talk about, we don't slow down a lot to talk about the adventure that the 2 of us have been on, but, it's been amazing. There's so many people that are in the chat right now that we've gotten the opportunity to meet, regardless of, who these people were, like the events that we were going to. The beautiful thing is that we got to meet so many of you and to know so many of you, and that we have this back and forth, like we were talking about the other day. The show is not like about coming in here and producing a show for you. The show is about continuing to have an open discourse and discussion with you about what's going on. And what we hope to do is that, and it works, whenever we are wrong, whenever we get outside the box, you are there. You're right there to say, oh no, it was this was the name, you're misunderstanding, or you missed that, or this is, or we can't, very seldom, but there's times where both of us are like, what was it? And you help. Like that's the scenario that we intended to set up to begin with, that was supposed to be, and it is, completely interactive. So God bless each and every one of you, and hopefully one day we get to meet all of you.
Nice to see you. Had a weekend.
I'm like, what is that?
Did President Trump come join us?
No, we made our deal with the European Union. The Japan deal is done. Many of the other deals are done. Indonesia was a very big deal, big country actually. And they're wonderful, and hopefully wonderful for both sides. But it's literally trillions of dollars ultimately being brought into our country. And it was something that had to be done, and it is being done, and it's being done properly. We're now negotiating with various other countries, and the rest we're just sending out the bill to. We send a bill, we send a letter saying that you'll pay a certain tariff. Obviously, that's most of them, because you have, as you know, hundreds of countries, a lot of countries out there. So we look at the deficit, or we look at the surplus, and we look at the country and how the country's treated us, and lots of other things go into the equation. And we make a decision as to what that tariff will be, and it's a pretty standard letter from that point on. And I want to tell you, this is something, to me, it's a VA bill signing, and it's very important to me and to many of the people in this room. So I'm thrilled to sign the VA Home Loan Program Reform Act into law, and that is something that they've wanted to do for a long time. This legislation provides desperately needed relief to veterans and their families who have fallen behind on their mortgages, of which there are a lot, because we have somebody that doesn't want to lower interest rates, probably won't lower them today. It's a really sort of an amazing situation. And it helps keep our promise to end veterans' homelessness. And we're going to do that for America. We're going to do that for our great veterans. I'm thrilled to be joined by the bill's sponsor, Congressman Derek Van Orden. Where's Derek? Right here. Derek? Hello, Derek. I didn't see you back there.
Well, I'm a Navy SEAL. Snuck up.
Let's see. And Mike, how are you, Mike?
Mr. President.
These two gentlemen are terrific. They are working together, and they've been working together, Mike, a long time. So I just want to thank you both, and I'll ask you to say a couple of words. An estimated 61,000 American veterans are in danger of losing their homes, as you know. But thanks to this bill, the Department of Veterans Affairs will be empowered to pay loan holders the necessary amount to prevent foreclosures on our veterans, so our veterans won't be foreclosed and put out onto the streets. It's very important. This bill also creates a 5-year partial claim program that could benefit up to 3.7 million veterans. That's the kind of numbers you're talking about. It's big stuff. The costs of the program are fully offset and will add nothing at all to debt. This common sense legislation had overwhelming support and passed unanimously in the House and the Senate. Wow. When was the last time that happened? That's pretty impressive. My administration is committed to doing everything possible to ensure that our veterans are treated with respect and treated as well as anybody in this country. They're so important. They're so great. They've suffered so much in many cases. In May, I signed an executive order to open the National Center for Warrior Independence in Los Angeles, California, which will house up to 6,000 homeless veterans. You know, until we came along, they treated the veterans far worse than the illegal immigrants. They came in, they were staying in hotels, luxury hotels, and the veterans are staying outside of the sidewalk on the same hotel. Some pictures are just incredible. In addition, we'll also be opening a full-service VA center in New Hampshire, which is the only state in the union to not have a VA center. And I made that promise to the people of New Hampshire a long while ago, and we got it done. It's the only state that doesn't have, and yet you have a lot of veterans in New Hampshire. We're slashing the wait times at VA medical centers, and we're bringing back VA choice and VA accountability, which I had and the Democrats abandoned. It made it so much better. Accountability, meaning if you treat our veterans badly, we treat you badly. You get fired and beyond that. And VA choice is you can get out and you can, if you don't have a doctor ready, willing, and able to take care of you within the VA, you go outside, you go see a doctor, you get better, and we pay the bill. And the veterans loved it. We had a 92% approval rating. And what did the Democrats do? They came along and they ended both of them, and they hired back many of the people that we fired. We fired people and replaced them with great, loving people. But we fired people who were sadists. In many cases, they were sick. They were thieves. They were stealing. And they hired them back. The accountability, meaning the VA accountability, was a big deal getting it passed because you have unions, you have all sorts of problems to go through. We got it through everything. And the Democrats, as soon as they got back, they hired many of the worst people right back, and we're getting rid of them. But I want to thank the two gentlemen standing behind me, and I'd like to ask you just to say a couple of words, and then we'll take a few questions if you'd like. And we'll sign the bill, and our veterans will be very happy about it. Thank you. You want to start?
Well, first off, thank you, Mr. President, for signing this bill today. Let me tell you that not only this bill, which will help make sure that those veterans have got themselves in a situation where maybe they would be foreclosed on, it gives them just a little bit extra help without the government going into a banking business like what we had with the previous administration. I also want to say thank you too, though, for appointing Doug Collins as our secretary for the VA. As chairman of the VA, having the opportunity to work with Doug, one, because we worked together before, but he has the right attitude, and the attitude is the VA is not about bureaucracy. It's about the veterans, and we want to keep it that way. That doesn't mean we don't have a good workforce. What it means is that workforce is focused on the veterans, not on making sure that the VA grows, but making sure that the VA does the job it's supposed to do. And thank you, Mr. President. It's your leadership that allows that to happen.
Thank you, everybody, for coming here today. Thank you, Mr. President, for hosting us here. I'm the longest serving enlisted member of the United States military to ever get elected to Congress in the history of our nation. And I'm unequivocally stating right now that President Donald J. Trump is the most positive pro-veteran president in the history of this country. And so he backs up his words with deeds, and this is another example of how President Trump is taking care of our veterans. So, sir, I'm very thankful for you, for your leadership, and let's get this thing done and get our veterans into homes. So God bless you, and God bless the United States.
Thank you. Let's sign first.
Now watch them not ask one question about veterans.
We'll get it done. We've been waiting a long time. And I do want to commend Doug Collins because I hear he's doing
a fantastic job.
He's done an incredible job.
Is that the auto pen? I can't tell, Shady.
No, sir, that would be the real pen.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
No auto pen? It's a very important bill, and we want to thank everybody for the great help, and in particular, you two guys have done a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Okay, take a pen. Take a pen. Take another pen. And we'll take them and give them to the other people to help. Okay?
Very well.
Okay, questions?
Mr. President, you said that higher interest rates are making it harder for veterans to refinance. Stronger than expected GDP report this morning. What do you say to analysts who worry that lowering interest rates would actually lead to inflation?
Well, if that happens, then we just raise them. What you do is you lower them, and let's see if there's inflation. Right now, there's no inflation. Everybody thought there would be. All we have is billions of dollars of cash pouring into our country from other countries that took advantage of us for many, many years. You know, they were taken advantage of. We were like the stupid people that didn't know what they were doing. They took advantage of us. Other countries, friend and foe. And by the way, the friend was oftentimes much worse than the foe when it comes to trade. So if that happens, what you do is you raise your rates and you do what you have to do to stop inflation. But we're keeping the rates high, and it's hurting people from buying houses, and we don't want that. If for any reason that happened in a year or two, if there's some signs of inflation coming back, right now there's not. We have a great thing going. I think we're going to have the richest economy you've ever seen. We have money coming in that we've never even thought about at numbers that nobody's ever seen before. We have a deal with Japan where they're going to pay us $550 billion. We have a deal with Europe where they're doing $750 billion plus $400 billion plus $300 billion. And many other countries, it's likewise, relatively, those are two big ones, but likewise. So we have a lot of money coming in and we have no inflation and we're very strong and we should be lowering the rates. Each point that this gentleman keeps up costs us $365 billion a year. Think of that. 1 point, $365 billion. If you bring it down a point, we save 365. We should be the lowest interest rate. And we're not. We're 38, number 38, because of the Fed. It's all because of the Fed. He's done a bad job. Now, he's got a meeting today, but I call him too late. He's always too late. Even if he does it today, probably won't. I hear they're going to do it in September, not today. For what reason? Nobody knows. But Europe, as you know, cut their rates 11 times in the last short period of time. But the good news is we're doing better than anybody anywhere in the world. Nobody's doing anything even close to us, even with the higher rates. The higher rates do affect housing, though, because people can't go out and get a loan or refinance their house. And it would be nice to have them be able to do that. That would be just another check of a box. That would be very important. Yeah, please.
Well, mentioned today that India, in addition.
I just want to jump right in and talk directly to that because it's very, very important for our audience to understand what he just said right there. Where are we at on the battlefield? Where the rates are? The rates are like 6.5 or whatever percent, 6%. Basically, is making a 30-year mortgage almost 7% right now for a 30-year mortgage. I just want you to use your logic here for a moment and follow me. We're talking about the Federal Reserve. We understand how the Federal Reserve was implemented. We understand the purpose of the Federal Reserve was so that the elite families of the world could control our financial policy, okay? That's the real reason for the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve states that its purpose is to reduce, to control inflation and the money supply. The way that you do that is with interest rates. But let me explain something to you that's very, very crucial. They're saying that they're currently not lowering the interest rates because of the tariffs. Okay? Think about that. Why would the Fed need to predicate the initiation of lowering the rate on the collection of tariffs from overseas? Why is that relevant to the amount that it costs America? Remember, that $385 billion that Trump is talking about there, that's how much they are charging you to borrow the debt for the next year. $35 trillion to borrow the $36 trillion for the next year. They're going to charge you that. That's your interest payment. That's if that 6%, it's currently 6 points, was dropped down to 4 points, then that would bring that down almost $1 trillion. I just want you to understand the gravity of this. You're talking about a national debt of $35 trillion. Well, you're talking about right there, that's $1 trillion, not to mention all this other money that's coming into the country. I just want you to see how that what the Fed is doing is it's classic, it's simple, it's not hard to understand. They are lying to you about the need to consider tariffs in regard to lowering the rate so you can borrow money.
Economic warfare against the president and the people of the United States.
That's what the Fed is really intended for, and it's currently what it's doing, and Trump is talking directly to it one-to-one.
And we've been showing you all those letters are the Rothschild-controlled banks in those countries. They're all Rothschild-owned and controlled banks in those countries. Mm-hmm. You are seeing President Donald Trump restructuring the Federal Reserve. Okay?
And that's eliminating their revenue.
Yeah. Wow.
Big time.
Big time.
That's the real reason.
And they love debt. Okay?
Right.
It's a debt-based economy.
Because essentially, all these deals he's given other countries, it's going to be able to work them away from their national debt too. This is not just about freeing America from the debt of the IMF or the Fed. It's about freeing the world from the debt of the IMF and the Fed.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
All right, back to the Donald J. Trump. Here we go.
Thank you.
It's 25% tariff rate, would pay an additional penalty because of its support of Russia. What is that additional penalty? And are other countries facing the same threat?
Well, we're negotiating right now, and it's also BRICS. You know, they have BRICS, which is basically a group of countries that are anti the United States, and India is a member of that, if you can believe it. It's an attack on the dollar, and we're not going to let anybody attack the dollar. So it's partially BRICS, and it's partially the trade, this trade situation. It's the deficit. We had a tremendous deficit. So, as you know, Prime Minister Modi is a friend of mine, but they don't do very much business in terms of business with us. They sell a lot to us, but we don't buy from them. You know why? Because the tariff is so high. They have one of the highest tariffs in the world. Now they're willing to cut it very substantially, but we'll see what happens. We're talking to India now. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter too much whether we have a deal or whether we charge them a certain tariff, but you'll know at the end of this week. August 1st is a very big day for this country because money is going to pour into the United States like we've never seen before. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Hawley introduced legislation that would ban members of Congress from owning or trading individual stocks. It extends to the president and the vice president. Are you in favor of that legislation?
Well, I like it conceptually. I don't know about it, but I like it conceptually. And, you know, Nancy Pelosi became rich by having inside information. She made a fortune with her husband, and I think that's disgraceful. So in that sense, I'd like it, but I'd have to really see I study these things very carefully, and this just happened. So I'll take a look at it. But conceptually, I like it. And what I do think is Nancy Pelosi should be investigated because she has the highest return of anybody practically in the history of Wall Street, save a few. How did that happen? It happened by she knows exactly what's going to happen, what's going to be announced. She buys stock, and then the stock goes up after the announcement's made. And she ought to be investigated.
Harvard is reportedly willing to settle with you for $500 million. Is that enough?
Well, it's a lot of money. We're negotiating with Harvard now. They would like to settle, so we'll see what happens.
Mr. President, what is America's debt to our Afghan war allies that kept our veterans safe over there? There's been some talk about sending a lot of them back.
No,
Would you let
we know the good ones and we know the ones that maybe aren't so good. You know, some came over that aren't so good. And we're going to take care of those people. The ones that did a job, the ones that were told certain things. A shame what happened. One of the most disgraceful episodes in the history of our country. The way we left Afghanistan was just a disgrace. But I understand your question fully, and we'll take care of 90% of your question, okay? I know what you mean. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, on the tariffs on India, are you still open to negotiate with India on the tariff front?
Well, we're talking to them now. We'll see what happens. Again, India was the highest or just about the highest tariff nation in the world. And one of the highest, 100 points, 150 points or percentages. So India was one of the highest in the world. They had won 175%, and higher than that. You know, who's another higher one is Canada. They've been charging our farmers 200%, 300%, 400% for years, and nobody did anything about it. But India is one of the highest, so we're going to see. We're negotiating with India right now.
Cash Patel reportedly found burn bags of Russiagate materials, and I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
He said what?
Burn bags of Russiagate materials
I don't know
FBI
that.
supposedly found.
I don't know that. I don't know what you mean by that statement. Say
Bags full of Russiagate
a
documents.
burn bag. I thought you said appointed a man named Burn Bag. Go ahead. You got to speak up.
She's being a burn bag.
Documents in these bags, supposedly burn bags at the FBI in the secret room.
Well, I want everything to be shown. You know, as long as it's fair and reasonable, I think it will be shown and it should be shown. And I think he feels that way, and I think Pam feels that way. But it's got to be, it's got to be stuff that really doesn't hurt people unfairly, because you have so many people involved. And if they can do that in a fair way, I think it's great. I think it's really great. The whole thing is a scam. It's a scam set up by the Democrats, and they love talking about it. But I would like to see people exposed that might be bad, and we'll see how that all works out. But it's getting to be very old news. You know, if they had anything, they would have done it the week before the election because they were losing by a lot. If they had anything, they would have done it. They controlled the file. The Democrats controlled it. Comey and all this, you know, sleazebags, every one of them that you read about all the time. And I guess they've got some problems now having to do with yet a different scandal, very big one. But they control that file. So I would think that if they would have had something in the file, they would have released it about a week before the election, maybe 2 weeks, right, Brian? Go ahead.
Mr. President, welcome home, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
It was a great trip. It was an amazing trip.
Look good.
For the country. For me, it was okay, but for the country, it was an amazing trip. Go ahead.
It was. Many parents are preparing to send their kids back to school in a few weeks. Now, this will be the first time they've gone back to school under the second administration for you. Now, the previous administration labeled a lot of parents domestic terrorists for showing up at school board meetings. What's your message to parents now as they return their kids to school knowing that they have the support of you?
Yeah, well, the beautiful thing is, as you know, we've gotten rid of the woke. Woke is gone, and I think pretty well buried. We're going to make sure it's buried. But the parents are now taking over the school boards. They're getting rid of these people that probably didn't like the children very much based on what they were doing. And it's a big difference. And, you know, one of the other things, and I keep watching these talking points that the Democrats have, they say, oh, prices are up. No, prices are way down. Fuel is down. Groceries are down. Things like eggs are way down. You know, when I came in my first week, the eggs had gone up like 4 or 5 times. Nobody had ever seen anything like it.
Eggs, shady.
And they were hitting me about eggs. I said, I just got here. I literally, it was one of my first news, maybe my first news conference. And we have eggs down now to a point where they were actually lower than even before. So I just want everyone to know prices are way down. And that's a big thing. Groceries, everything. If you look at fuel, $2.35 a gallon, a lot of that. But we actually had 4 states where it's down $1.99, $1.99 as opposed to $3.50, $4, and it went up a lot higher than that. They got rid of my policy, and then it went through the roof, and then they brought my policy back, but it was too late. They blew it. We had the highest inflation in the history of our country, and now we have no inflation. We have nothing but cash coming in. The world respects us again. We're a really great, proud country. And I say it, I'll say it again, many, many leaders of other countries, I'm dealing with a lot of them today on their tariff situation. They owe us a lot of money. But many countries said to me, and almost in the same words, you were a dead country 1 year ago, and today you're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We are the hottest country right now anywhere in the world, and that's why we're taking care of our veterans. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody.
We're taking not one question about the veterans.
Of course not. I predicted that.
We're moving along with China. We're doing fine with China. I think it's going to work out very well. We're right in step. I think we're going to have a very fair deal with China. Thank you.
Mr. President, what did you think Epstein was stealing the women for?
What do you think about Epstein? Where's Bill Clinton, huh? You gotta be careful what you ask for, punks.
Well, it's just interesting to watch how the press, you know, you'll consistently see this, and if you pay attention, you've seen it since 2000, 2001, how the press treats the military like Biden did whenever those people came home from Afghanistan, like sitting there looking at his watch. You know, how much longer do I have to stand here and watch these people be unloaded from this plane with a flag scraped on their coffin? That's the way that the press sees your veterans, and that's the reason that they have such disrespect. You could think that they would ask a couple of good questions. Considering, Jeff, I know a few veterans and the debacle that they have had to deal with like going through their health issues, and the VA is absolutely asinine on a level that, you know, you think it's bad going into a hospital? Imagine having to go to the VA for your health care. It's not a good kind experience. And as a matter of fact, I have heard that is changing. So you would think the press would be interested in that, but they don't care.
Yeah. Jinkelheimer Schmidt, his name is my name too, asked a question about possibly, you know, supporting the guys, the MG show, but with a check or money order or whatever. You can send anything you want, even questions or things that you want to, you know, talk to us about, and you don't have email or whatever. MG Show, P.O. Box 299, and then the next line would be PMB number 19215, and that's in Tangent, Oregon. What's the zip code? I just missed it. The zip code is 97389. Again, MG Show, P.O. Box 299. This is how you would send it out right here. Let me just get it up on screen here for you, Shady.
Thank you.
This is, if you guys want to mail us, go to mg.show/contact. Go to the contact page, and that's where you'll have mail. MG Show, P.O. Box 299, PMB 19215, Tangent, Oregon 97389. So if you want to support us that way, if you want to just send us some cool trinkets, whatever, mailbag. We haven't done a mailbag in a while. Maybe we'll
haven't really received anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't give our address out. I mean,
we don't really talk about it a huge amount. And a lot of people don't do snail mail anymore.
Snail mail leaves a snail trail.
Yes, sir.
I guess.
Wow.
Right, so,
boy, that was enlightening. Thank you.
That was very enlightening, guys.
It was no, thank you guys. Actually, it's really, I feel like what we're doing here, 17 in the chat, if you feel like what we're doing here is covering things that nobody else is talking about, can you find content where people are actually talking about what it is that Donald Trump is talking about? Or are you awash in content that completely subverts and acts like Donald Trump has something to do with Epstein, or he has something to do with Israel Donald Trump is Israel's puppet? All of these different narratives that are out there that are going against your president, they're engineered by the neocon content that they're engineered by the neocon layer of Democrats that have pretended to be Republicans for a long time. We have eliminated their voices to the point of being reduced down to the size of a bathtub. The great pool of America is open for business to the whole world, and the money pouring in is not going to stop.
Yeah. And guys, I want all of you right now to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah.
Please.
Hurry.
We've got 293. We got 3 thumbs down. 293 thumbs up. That's it, guys.
What is going on?
Maybe it's because you confused him with the rumble button.
Oh
my God.
Oh, you're saying my audience is dumb.
Your audience, maybe.
Wow.
Not mine. Mine is smart AF.
Oh, here we go. Oh, boy.
297 rumbles now, Shady. Thumbs up. 297.
God bless each and every one of those people that rumbled this video.
Yeah, rumbled.
Yep. We can see you rumble.
Rumble-aya.
Jeff is going into the system and checking to see who was here live and didn't hit the rumble button.
Yeah.
It ain't pretty.
It ain't pretty.
No.
Kimma.
Don't. Kimma did it. Do not. Oh, I could see. Oh, man.
DQ.
Do not target DQ either.
Moody Magpie.
You are just making stuff up now.
How about Lydia?
They all did. All 4 of those put their thumbs up in there like perfect little angels.
Wolfie K, did you hit that thumbs up?
Oh, I don't think Wolfie did. Actually.
Miss Audrey. Miss Me Audrey. All right, Kimma did it when she came in, so I apologize.
No, she did that. We love you. He's joking with you.
M. McKinnon says, MG fam, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Poussin, did you hit that thumbs up button?
You're going to get in trouble if you don't stop. You get big trouble.
I just want us to get, so what happens with those thumbs up or rumbles or whatever Shady wants to call them is that we actually get on the leaderboard, and usually it takes about 400 or so, give or take.
450.
Yeah.
But if we had if we get 1,000, we get up into the top 20.
Lydia was the first today, she says.
Oh, and you called her out.
I did.
Oh, you should. Oh, I'm going to take care of him after the show, Lydia. I got you. What to do with that general?
It's not so hard to understand.
Shady, what do you do with the general?
I don't want to do anything with him.
What can you do with a general when it's
much love, everybody?
Oh, we love you guys. All right, so should I find a song now?
You could, or you could just sing us out.
What do you do with the general?
No, never mind. No, find a song. Find a song.
All right, we'll go out with this, guys. We love you. Thank you for the overtime. Did we get any overtime rants to thank for? We did. We got one from M. McKinnon. Thank you for the overtime rant. We really appreciate you. And let's go out with the Trumpty dance. Catch you guys later.
Let's do it.
For Trump Day.
Boom.
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the presidential image that you're used to. I look funny.
but you ain't making money, see? So your world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round, I'm the old guy in town, and my sound's laid down by the voting bound. I drink up all the Diet Coke you've got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Trumpy, pronounced with the umpy. Yo, ladies, please don't try to accuse me. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump me. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like my rhymes, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this, straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey, yo, Kamala, come here, you ticklish? Yeah, I thought you are. Look at me, I'm flimsy. It never stopped me from getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the mic with the boom. I once did a 2 in a Burger King bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still putting on my own pants, and I even got my own dance.
The Trumpy dance is your chance. Do the Trump. www.mg.show. Boom.